Hi everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to my YouTube channel InfoTech Hub. I am Dhrendra. Today I am going to making a video about how to install Kali Linux on MacBook Air M1 chips. In the beginning phase, I was also faced many problems, very difficult problems while installing Kali Linux in MacBook Air M1 chips. And when I was also asked to tutor lecture in my college, my teachers say no, it doesn't support in Kali Linux doesn't support in Mac One chips. So I am very disappointed about that he said. And then I just try and keep try, and I finally I get success by focusing on 2 days 6 hours each. It's downloading and downloading and keep trying. I try minimum 15, 16 times. So I finally find a very 100% working solutions. Today in this video, I am going to sharing about my experience and my achievement for installing Kali Linux on MacBook Air in M1 chips. So without being delay, I'm going to show all the steps and procedure to download Kali Linux in MacBook Air M1 chips. So let's go. I make one file in Google Docs all with all the tips. I'm going to explaining each and every tip from the beginning, so it will be easy to everyone, and especially for students who are studying in uni, in college, and those who study advanced cybersecurity, they must install Kali Linux on their laptop or what kind of window operating system in the laptop, and especially the Apple user face this problem. So I am going to this video about this. So first of all, how to install Kali Linux on MacBook for free. In the beginning phase, I was I have I was going to buy a subscription through the VMware Fusion Player license. Someone said like that, but later on I just resource, and I discover, and we can install Kali Linux on MacBook Air or Mac One, Mac OS for free. Here we go. So first of all, we need to install Kali and ARM processor Mac and scanning your home network and vulnerabilities. So let's see. So first of all, I like to introduce what the Kali Linux is. So I recently decided to audit my home network and wanted to check my vulnerabilities rather than installing anything on my laptop. I thought it would be the easier to just run Kali as a B-store machine and run some scan from there. After a little research, I figured out I could get Kali working with UTM, with the UTM app. And after working on the configuration, I found that it runs really well. So I put these guidelines together to help other get Kali up and running in the Mac One chips. And I did the small scanning for you to investigation for the home network or any other networks. So this is the home page. This is the this look likes on Mac. So, and I'm going to explain specific steps in order to get Kali Linux on running with the Mac 1 chips, Mac M1 chips. First of all, download Kali Linux for M1 chips. First of all, let's go to open new browser from Kali, Kali, Linux download. So this is our Kali website. First of all, we go to here, 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 and this one, and down the installer image. So the Kali Linux 2022.3 changelog, Apple Silicon ARM64. So be careful. This is weekly uninstall the system repository. So we need to download this file in the medium one, the torrent 2.3 GB. So recommended one, this one. So I will start a download it. Start download like this. Here you go, downloading. I just cancel because I already have downloaded in my laptop already done. So the next step is we need to install UTM for macOS. Second step, so UTM for macOS, get UTM. So this is the UTM website. So we need to download secure running after on your Mac. So download UTM. So it has downloaded because I already downloaded, so I cancel it. UTM image I already have it here. I already downloaded it here, and I already downloaded it. So the next step is after this downloading, next step is configure a new virtual machine for Kali. So like Linux, 2 GB RAM and 30 GB. Make sure you have enough space, 30 GB SSD, and update and for update install spice tools and set the resolution to 160 and 50 and say update Kali. Now downloading Kali Linux from website downloads which I shown before to you. So we need to choose the installer torrent on chips, install UTM, reinstall if you're ready, and make it AM. The version from the Apple Store is same as but cost $10, but I don't recommend using that one. So please make sure don't pay any cost money while installing any software. And yeah, try always find a free version. So if you installed it before, EDM doesn't currently have an update function, so download the app. So so download the apps again to make sure you have the latest version. So please download the latest version of UTM app. So as you can probably guess, this happened to me, and my version didn't have any bridge network feature, which you really need for Kali. So always make sure you should have latest version. So the configure the Kali virtual machine. There's a quite a lot of step to get the virtual machine set up. So it sounds more complex, but then it actually is. So to make the process as simple as possible, I listed all the steps below. So upon the UTM and from the file menu and click on the new virtual machine. So you will then be presented with the option to virtualize or emulator, which is shown as below. So I should choose I virtualize, and then on primary select Linux as the operating system. So to choose your Linux as an operating system. So from the screen, leave the screen and screenshot below and select the Kali image file that you have downloaded in the boot ISO image, which is shown as like this. So browse and bring your Kali installer ARM64 image in this area. So next. So always set memory to 1048 MB rather than the default 4096, and I found that Kali runs fine. So if you don't get promotion issue, or if you don't get performance issue, you can always increase this at a later date. So all the other hardware options, the screens I left as default. So all the 2408 hardware, memory, CPU, all those CPU core 4, CPU core 4. So next, so to run Kali with a graphical desktop, the Kali upside recommend a minimum 20 GB hard disk. So I set mine to 30 GB, and you can always add additional drive for storage at, at a later date if needed. So make sure you uh, should have more than 20 GB hard disk, not less than 20 GB, and maximum 30 GB hard disk. So storage 30 GB here. 30 GB, you need to know your specific size of drive where data will be stored into 30 GB. So next, so share directory. So I haven't created a shared directory with Kali, so I leave this option blank. So you need to choose your directory. Other you have to is a down in the download document file like this directory. You can choose any directory like download option, the document. You can choose directory as a MacBook, on Drive, anything else. It's your choice. So it's a summary. So you will next to present with a summary of your setting the virtual machine. So summary is like is a review. The name Linux, engine QEMU is virtualizations. Architecture is AR64. System is virtual, and RAM is 2 GB. CPU 4 cores. Storage 32.11 GB, not less than 212 GB. So operating system Linux. So boot image is you downloaded the Kali Linux, which is downloaded before. So this is the boot image you need to put in there. So let's save. And so now networking part. So I initially want Kali on my home network. So from the UTM home screen, select your virtual machine, then click on the setting button on the top right of the window. Then click on the network and change mode to priest, and then click save. So network on the UTM. So always choose this network, priest network, and make it this. Always save. And now you now ready to install Kali on your virtual machine. Installing Kali. Once you found the virtual machine, you will begin the installation process. So I use the graphical installation with all the default options. So the only real time you have to interact is to create the user account that you will used in Kali. You must remember that username and password. It's very easy now. So if you need help with the installation process, please refer the guided official guide is this one. So into link Kali. So before you can start Kali, there are some configuration steps you need to follow. This is the configuration step, configuration Kali. So eject the ISO. So once the installation is completed, you need to eject the ISO from the virtual machine. Power up the virtual machine from the main UTM screen and clear the ISO. So last step is install the spice tools. So you need to now install the spice tools for better driver support within Kali, including a better display adapter from Kali. Launch a terminal window and run this command sudo apt install service mentioned. So run this command to install your virtual machine up to date. So install this command on your virtual machine, and then now the change the resolution by clicking the Kali button and clicking the setting in the bottom right corner, and so it shows like this. So you can search here Kali Linux here, and you can see here and see here. So then go to the display, change your resolutions, and set mine to this one. So now, so you need to updating your Kali. So before you start using Kali, it is recommended to ensure you have all the component updated to the latest version. This these things the how the the apps or the installations works. You should have the latest version. So the Kali website also recommended checking this every weeks. So to update, open terminal and then run the flying to command. So sudo apt update, and the other command is sudo apt full upgrade phone Y. So run this to command on your terminal, and now you are now all set to use Kali. Well done, congratulations. This is these are all the steps you need to follow. You need to follow step by step, very carefully and concisely. Otherwise, it will not gonna work. So you should always focus on each and every step. You need to remember your latest version. And need to update your Kali by running those commands in your terminal, and then it will gonna work. It will works amazing. So that's this much for today. So good luck. So and the last, I'm gonna show you my how I download I install Kali Linux in my laptop. So I just downloaded before as this Kali Linux version from this website, this one, and UTM from this website, latest version. So I have all in here. So all in here, UTM and Kali is here. So I'm going to run here, here, here. Look, this is. So this is how it works. So installing. So the password is always. I'll show you. So the universal password of Kali Linux is just Kali and Kali. The username is Kali and the password is Kali again. This is my works here. So I got Pico gym practice score is 255, which I did in my last week. So I'm just canceling this. So look at the command prompt. So just run any command. Look at this, Kali. I'm just waiting for a moment. So it will show all the it is slowly working now very smoothly. I'm so happy about that. I'll look at this. I will back to this screen. So for now, yeah. So if you get any trouble with that, if you any trouble, so the second option is very important note. The last second option is, so if your laptop is not running that the installer Kali Linux ARM64 image file, the problem will be that in your might be it will work the old version of Kali installer in ARM64, the old version. So I listed here the old version. So which is this the second options to mm, install Kali Linux in your MacBook Air M1 chips. So this will be the second solution. So if the first step is not work, this will be the 100% work. It's my guarantee. So this so repeat the same step from the beginning and download this image from this link and download and repeat the same process as I said before, and it will works perfectly. Thank you and enjoy your Kali Linux and welcome to the cybersecurity. Thank you. See you in next videos.